Hello everybody, this is Kysen here and welcome back to another episode here on our FTB Continuum world. Now I've been doing quite a lot off camera. You'll notice I've got some more iron things on me. So I've got a sword now, I've got the pick, I've got a shovel, and I've also been doing a lot of mining. So if we go down here really quickly, I'll show you I've got quite a lot of goodies. So there we go. The 10 diamonds I'm very happy with, and also lots of iron, which I actually want to take right now, as well as some coal, so I'm going to get that smelting in just a second. Also got some obsidian that actually wasn't from mining. I found another village. So you'll see there on my screen, I made a waypoint for it. So it's 360 meters from where we are right now. And got a bit of a loot in there, including the obsidian that you see there. And then the rest of this stuff was from mining. So just did a little bit of mining, but it should be enough to kind of get us started for now. And also I got one of these things, which is a drawer. So you can see if I look at that, it says at the top there, 481 of the cobblestones. So I did it with cobblestone because obviously I'm getting a lot of that. And that's not what I want to search. I want to search a drawer just to show you. These things are pretty easy-ish to make, and they hold quite a lot. So 32 stacks per drawer, kind of useful. And basically the way that they work is, let's just get this out of the way so I can show you. If I left click, I will get one of an item. If I shift left click, I will get an entire item. Similarly, if I right click, one of the item goes in, and if I shift right click, then that happens. What? Why did that? I'm sure that happened. Oh, no, it's if you hold right click down, that's what it is. It's shift on the way out and holding it on the way in for some reason. But anyway, that's how that works. So they're kind of useful early game storage. I would recommend those, particularly for things like cobblestone that you get a lot of. Anyway, moving on to today's episode. First thing I wanted to do, am I completely out of coal in these? I am, okay. Well, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those will be enough. And we're going to split that across 3, aren't we, basically? Which works out quite nicely as it happens. Oh, wait, what happened here? Tiny coal on both of them, so I want that across the 3 and that across the 3. Why does it keep going up to adding 34 onto there? Huh, that's kind of weird. Oh well, that's how we'll do. Let's just chuck in half of that in there, and half of that in there, half of that in there and there, and then the rest of it up the top here. Not sure what I was doing there. I'll probably realise when I watch it back, but never mind. You guys have got to see me derp up at least once an episode, right? So today's episode, we're going to look to get into doing some tinker's work. And the first thing about that, if we go to our quests here, in here, tinkering, here we go. So we're going to do this. It says here, now that the EFAB is set up, we can get started with Tinker's Construct. While you technically only need 6 blank patterns to make all the blocks and a functioning pickaxe, you should make a few more, and you get 8 blank patterns as a reward. So we just want to create the blank pattern, stencil table, part builder, and tool station for now. All of that's pretty easy to do, and in preparation for this episode, I went off and got a lot of wood. So here it is in this chest. I found a dark oak wood biome as well, which is always very nice. So let's use up the rest of those planks, and I think for now we'll use up the dark oak and keep that for later. Okay, so I think we'll probably need to make this in here, right? So what we're going to want is, for example, a part builder, if I can spell builder. Oh, okay, so they come in all different, that's why there's so many. I was wondering what was going on there. So we can't do it in there. Can I do it in here? Oh, I'm missing blank patterns, okay, which is basically just planks in an EFAB grid. So let's make, well, let's do 4 for now while we can do them. Oh, and okay, they take time per one. So it's like 15 seconds per one. I'll just show you while that's getting on with that. I've also got loads of like sand and gravel and stuff together for preparation of our smeltery, and I got all of my sand from over here. Now the reason I'm showing you this is I'm thinking that what I'll do is make a bit of a flat compound starting in this area. Probably not this episode because it's going to take a bit of time to get all the stuff together, but this is kind of where I'm thinking I'll make my base, sort of near this village. And it's kind of reasonably like flat up here anyway, so digging out that would be the way to go, I think. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we will look to move away from this village shortly, but for now it's, you know, it's serving the purpose, and we've got our mine down there and everything else. So it's by no means a bad thing to be here. Oh, I thought this automatically did it. Okay, well in the meantime we can start getting on with this one. So we'll have a dark oak part builder. Yeah, that's okay. We'll get dark oak everything. We also, let's just go on to the quest a second. So we've got the part builder, we've got the blank pattern, we need stencil and tool stations. So let's, why are you in here? Let's go a stencil table. There we go. What do we need? We need a blank for this one and more blank patterns. So there's the blank patterns. Let's start that one off. Let's get some of these blanks going. And what was it, just like that? I probably can just get on with that myself. And I've forgotten already what the last one was. Tool station, that's it. So let's get that done as well. And then we can get on with the smeltery and things, which is always pretty useful. Okay, so we're going to need a crafting table for this one. Okay, that's not too bad. So there's our crafting table and our final blank pattern in here, and we just will start that one up. So let's add that and create that. Now, as far as the crafting station goes, there was a bug with these, and they were not letting you build them. But I think that may have changed now. Let's use one of these and see if that has changed or not. Yes, it has. And that's good, because that links up all of the other things that we've just built there, these things, into one seamless kind of, I guess you could call it like a mini factory or something. I really can't think of a good word, like a system, basically. So if you put, let's do this down here, we'll put our crafting station there, and then this really doesn't matter if it works how I think it's going to work. Yeah, so you can just click between these in one. But if I were to get rid of this, just to show you guys, then they don't link up anymore, right? So I'm glad that that bug's been fixed, because it makes this a lot easier to be getting on with. Okay, so what we're going to need to do then is make a load of the blank patterns, basically. But we actually get a load as well, don't we, from our quest? We get 8 as our reward. So I will claim those, and let's go back. And we're just going to need to keep a load of these going on. So I suppose for now, let's make, say, so we've got 9 there. If we make another 21 plus 9 is 30, that should be plenty. I've got loads of wood, I've got more than I need, so we can do this without too much of a problem. Now I should probably look to build some more gearboxes for this so that we could speed this up. But in the meantime, I was looking at another quest earlier. If we go back. Oh, but I think, yeah, I was looking at it, but I'm not able to do it just yet. I think it was the thing, maybe. Oh no, I am able to do this one. So this is saying, thanks to the mod The Spice of Life, eating the same food too often will make that food give you less, forcing you to diversify your diet. The lunchbox allows you to keep up to 6 different foods, up to 2 of each for a total of 6 foods, in a single item. Use it while it's closed to open the GUI and insert the foods. Use it while sneaking to open it. You can directly eat out of an open lunchbox by using it, and we'll get a loot chest for doing that. Now at the moment I've been using the lunch bag, but if I just open that one up, I'll show you it's only got 3 slots. So upgrading would make sense for the long run, but also it will give us a quest. So let's look at the recipe here. I did look at this before, it's not too bad. You basically need 4 of these weighted pressure plates. So that's kind of half the reason we're smelting up the iron there. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, like that. 3 and 4 like that, and we have our lunchbox. And that means our quest has been completed. So let's claim our loot chest, and let's see what we get for that. Like's giving me carrots, doesn't it? Getting fed up with these, to be honest. But hey, at least we have something to put into our lunchbox. There we go. What I'll do actually as well is I'll get rid of this lunchbox now. It's kind of like buggy. I think it's because you're not supposed to shift, maybe. Like if I just... maybe you're supposed to just put it in like that. I'm not sure. Oh well, we've got a lunchbox, got some food going on there. I've just dumped that in my random chest there. And this whole time I should have been starting more of these. That would have been the smart thing to do. Oops, don't change that halfway through, is another good plan. So gearboxes, if we have a look at the gearbox and hover over it, it says there, it will speed up gearbox related recipes. So it takes a lot of iron to make these, but we've got quite a lot of iron, so I reckon we just go for this. So let's get all of our iron together. So I've got 1, I want to make 3 more. So that would basically mean I'm going to need 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3, like that. And hopefully that's enough iron for the rest of it. Let's have a look. It's going to be 4 times 3 is 12, that's fine. So now it's about making up all of these gear things. So We need 4 per 1, so we need 12 of those. 12 times 4 is 48 sticks. I've got 24 already, so I need 24 sticks. So we need 12 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, to get enough sticks together. Actually, no, we only need like half of that. No, I was right, okay. I'm confusing myself now. All right, so there's 4 of those. Let's make up all of those. And gearbox, we can shift click that in there to make up 3 more gearboxes. And what I'm going to do is get all this stuff out of here for a second and move this. But let's just sleep a second and get rid of any mobs and things. Just because, why not? You see there, I've been a bit busy doing getting my diamonds, my obsidian, and a couple of other things. Did a lot of exploring as well. Things I do, guys, in preparation for the episodes, you know. Okay, where's a good place to put this? I guess we can do like in here for now, and this isn't, you know, amazing or anything, but it'll work for now, and we'll see if that speeds things up, right? So now when I put this in like this and we start it, yeah, it's only now like a few seconds per one, so that's a lot better. Obviously we can make a lot more of these. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do the rest of these off camera, and then we'll get back to doing some more tinkers. Alright guys, well we do now have our blank patterns, as you can see there. I made all 30 of those. But what I want to do is a couple of things before I start jumping into making all the parts and things. So first thing I want to do, I want to make up the Smeltery controller block. So I want to get into making some seared bricks, which of course we need grout for, which of course we need sand, gravel and clay for. And I've been mining a lot, so I have all of that stuff. So what I'm going to do for now is make up, so we get 1 of those, and 4 of each of these, and we will make up a big batch of seared bricks and get those going on. Now the reason being is the smeltery takes quite a long time to make in the EFAB, so let's get that going on, and then we can be doing everything else while we wait for that. So there is a whole lot of grout, and for now I guess we can smelt up like 3 of them. Let's turn all of this into tiny coal, and let's go 1, 2, 3 in the most inefficient way possible, and there we go. Those will be smelting away. We've got 3 cobble there. You know, let's get some more cobblestone and just get that 4th one going. Much prefer doing things in 4s. What have I? Oh, yeah. Okay, I think I misclicked the first time. It doesn't really matter. Let's just make up this. There we go, and get that running while we wait. So I'll put that, I guess, up there. Put that in there and that in there. So we'll have a load of grout going on, which will be very useful. So there's 3, 6, 9, and we can get this happening. Oh wait, the whole point of this is that it needs to go down here into the EFAB, like this, and then we can start that. So it's going to take, only 2.5 minutes. Wow, so that's because I have the 4. You know what, I wonder if it actually says here, doesn't seem to say much about it, but I know that it normally takes, it's saying 10 minutes there. Maybe they changed it. I think it was half an hour before. Either way, I'm very happy with that. What I might do actually is just change this. What one looks better? So that looks pretty good. Let's change it to that. So that can be doing that, and in the meantime we can be looking at getting our parts made up. So really, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 4 is 28. So we've got 2 left over. We can actually make all of these. What I might do, I just want to come away from that. It's quite a noisy thing, actually. I wonder how I turn the noise of that down. What would that be under? I guess maybe this. Alright guys, so see that this is still running, but it's not making any noise. And if I show you my sounds, you'll see that everything is on apart from music, and it's not that. So I don't know why that is. I was kind of messing around with that, and it just like kept messing up, and I don't know what happened. So I figured I'd just cut that out. But what I actually wanted to do was to make up one of these pattern chests. So I was just looking at the recipe there. It's very simple. All we need is a chest and a blank pattern. So we can steal one of these because we only need 28 of them anyway. And if we go up here, I think I have a chest in here. Yeah, alrighty. So that's very easy. We can make that up. And that'll be a good place to put all of our patterns, just to store those. I mean, you don't have to do it. You could put it in a normal chest, but you know, I think it works like that. So yeah, very cool. Anyway, is this done now? Yes, it is. All right, that's cool. So that took way less time, and I didn't have to do that first, as it turns out. But there we go. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is start making up all of these, and I'll probably just do a lot of this off camera, and then, you know, because it's just boring, like I'm just going to click that, click that, click that, click that, you know, and then store them all and stuff. So it's pretty boring stuff, but I'll do that off cam, get all of that done, and then we'll get back into some more tinkers after that. Well, guys, I actually ended up doing quite a lot of work off camera, and the reason being was because we're going to move into doing tinkers now. And when you do tinkers, you're going to set up things like the tinker smeltery, right? That's one of the first things you're going to do. And it's kind of like a permanent structure, and then after that, you know, you end up getting into things like coke ovens and things. And I just wasn't really happy with where we were living before, so I kind of moved. So if I get the journey map open, I can show you where we are. So this is our new base. This is where we are right now. And it's quite far away from where we were before. You can see it's through this, by the way, this is an autumn forest, very cool. I want to show you guys that later, so it looks really awesome. And I found a new village right here. But if I keep going back through, you'll see here's the desert. And where it says village there, that's where we originally were. So covered quite a lot of the map, and I've come quite a way. But I think it was the right decision. So if we just have a look at our new surroundings very quickly, you can see here, got these very cool mountain structures with the naturally flowing waterfalls and lava falls there, and they kind of stretch way off down that way and around in this direction too. There's this bit of land that I'm on here at the moment, which I'm going to kind of make as my base to start off with. You can see that's where the marker is and where I've got some basic things set up. And then just across the river here, so we've got, like, this goes out into a bit of an ocean, and I figured there's quite a lot we can do here in the future in terms of making a bit of a seaside-y port type of thing going on. But if I just run up here a little bit, you'll see here the land goes out this way. It's probably easy to just show you on this map, actually. Where am I right now? There's a way of centering to myself, and I can't remember. There it is. Right, so we're right here. So this land kind of just goes out in this direction. I think this would be great for doing, like, all the Pam's harvest craft, all the farming and stuff. So yeah, I think, you know, we can do a lot of cool stuff in this area, and I feel a lot happier living here. And we're still near enough to the desert, so when we do need sand and stuff, we can get back there very easily. And in particular, you know, once we start getting towards the mid to late game, then traveling that distance will be no dramas at all. For now, it was kind of difficult. I had to move all of this stuff by hand, you know, as in I didn't have any backpacks or anything because they're really tough to make. I'll just show you guys really quickly, like if I wanted to make a backpack up. So you got all these different ones for different things, but like a basic backpack, for example, you need like hardened leather with like pressed wax and all this kind of stuff. The easiest one to make probably, I guess, is the sack, or maybe, but you need these void crystals for it. So yeah, just all in all, I had to just kind of grind out the moving process. But as you saw right there, I've made up all of my blank patterns now, and I've got all of these made up too. So this is so that I can make some casts as and when I need them. I went a bit overkill, you know, you don't have to make them all like I've done here straight away, but that's just kind of the way I did it. And obviously we've got all of our stuff here to start with the tinkers. And that is, of course, our next quest. You'll notice my quest book is gone because I can just use the hotkey for it, and it's just easier. So that's what I'll be doing from now on. Okay, so we need 1 seared tank, 18 seared bricks. Well, the seared bricks are just this, I believe, right? Yeah, so there's 16, 17, and 18. So let's make those up. That's very easy. Oh, I already had one. I forgot about that. Oh, well, I'm sure it will get used. Let's go back to the quest. So we also need, let's see, a tank and a drain. So let's check these recipes out. So the tank is this one here. So we just need bricks and glass. Now I do have glass here, so that's not a problem. I'm guessing it might be an EFAB thing, but we'll see. Nope. Okay, so we got that one done. And the other thing was, of course, the drain. So we need, okay, that's easy as well. So I'm just going to make what the quest requires for now, and then I'll look at what things I want to add to it later. Okay, I do have a drain, don't I? Why did it not pick that up? Okay, now it has. Sometimes it seems to lag behind a little bit. Okay, so now we just need a faucet and a table. So the, if I can spell correctly, faucet is just that. So one like that. And the table as well, wasn't it? There's probably loads of tables. Yeah, there was a casting table, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the recipes on this are actually pretty simple, but it's been quite a while since I've used Tinker, so I kind of forgot. Alright, so we complete our quest and we get a lava can for that. Very nice. So now we can actually get on with making the smeltery up. So yeah, I figured I'd do it somewhere around here. In a minute, I'm going to make a nice axe and chop down all of these trees, clear a bit of an area. But in the meantime, I just kind of need to find somewhere that's in the open where I can make this. So I guess just here will do just fine. Yeah, that should be fine. So we're going to want to do 3 by 3 and then start doing the outside as well. So I guess let's get some of this stuff out of the way. So the best place to put these drains is on the corners, because then you get 2 places where you can stick your faucets, which, you know, again, I will use this a bit more in a second, but for now I just want to get this made up. Oh, actually, I'm just thinking, I don't know if I have a pick to start taking this stuff down as and when I need it. Okay, I don't think I do, but what I do have is enough stuff to make one up. Oh, we got sticks on the go as well. So let's just make a basic stone pick for now. Oh, it needs to be an EFAB, doesn't it? I will get used to this one day. Armory upgrade. Wait, oh, you know what I've done? I've left my armory upgrade in my other EFAB. So I made a new EFAB over here. So what was this to make? Oh, that's a pain. Alright guys, you know what? I'm not going to put you through that. BRB. Alright guys, just a quick pause there and I am back. I just figured nobody would want to see me making that up again. Oh, actually, let's leave it there a second. It's not that interesting to see, so yeah, I saved you guys that experience. Okay, so let's get some of these things in place. And for now, it doesn't really matter that much what I do with this. It's just a case of, did I place it there? I didn't need to place it there. Just a case of getting this thing going so we can start using it, and then I'll make it a lot fancier and a lot nicer in the future. I think actually what I want to do is put my tank on this corner for now. Like this, and then I believe that should now be done. And there we go. So that's on fire, which is, for those who didn't know, a way of knowing that it's done. And we can put our lava can into there, which gives us enough to get going. So our smeltery is now technically ready, but I've got quite a lot of bricks left. So what I think I'll do is I'll improve on this a little bit. But what I would quite like to make up is, well, I guess there's a lot of things I want to make, and I kind of need to look at what the best way of doing this is going to be. But certainly some sort of axe would be great. Now the lumber axe, I believe, is the one that's like the most useful. And then you've got like the tree fella thing on it, where you can just cut down the bottom log and all the trees come down. So around here, that'd be great, because I'd get a load of wood and clear out a nice area. So I think what I'll do is I'll just get on with some of that stuff off camera to kind of beef up the smelter a bit, and then we'll go and make it once we've got all of our materials sort of in place for that. What I do want to do though is I need to double check the recipe for this, but aluminum brass is what I want to use. Here we go. So in the smeltery, alloying, here we go. So it's 3 aluminum and 1 copper. So we've got 15 of those. So I guess 5 of those, I should say. We can chuck that in, and that will alloy, but we're not going to chuck all of this in at once, are we? Well, that's not really a problem, but let's just put in what we can for now. So I guess for now I can go 6 of those and 2 of those. We'll chuck that in. Now I believe what will happen here is this will immediately go to copper, like this has gone to aluminum, and then it starts to alloy inside the smeltery. But basically with this brass we'll be able to make our casts, which we can use for our tinker tools, using all of this stuff that I made earlier. So I just want to double check that this is definitely working and not wasting my stuff. So that goes in there, and yeah, there you go. So you've got the molten copper, and then it's slowly turning into the brass. Alright, that's awesome. So yeah guys, I'm going to go and get this set up a lot nicer and a lot better than it is right now. And then we'll come back. I'm just thinking, so that's another quest complete. What the next quest we should do is. So perhaps I'll have a look at that as well. Alright guys, I'm going to go crack on with that, and I'll be back in just a sec. Alrighty, so I was just having a look at some tinker stuff, and basically in order to make the lumber axe, we need a tool forge, and this is the very beefy recipe that we need to do that. So essentially I won't be doing that, and you see I've got the stuff here ready to start making some of this stuff up, which I'll actually start right now with. So we can get on with making just a normal hatchet, and that'll be, you know, it'll suit what we need for now. It's not as obviously as good, but most of these trees are pretty small anyway, so we can get through these and start clearing an area, and then kind of making a base around here. And you know, if you guys have any ideas as to what you'd like to see with the base, then do let me know. I'd be really interested to see what you think. I've certainly got a few ideas myself, but it's always nice to see what you guys come up with too. So yeah, please do let me know on that. Okay, so we've now got the 3 here that we need. So let's have a look. Material cost here. So 2 for the head cast, which I think I'll make out of iron. one for the binding, and one for the tool rod. So let's go and chuck, let's see, 2 iron we'll put in there, melt those down. And then the tool rod and the binding, I guess I could just go copper for both of those. Yeah, I guess that would be okay. So let's chuck a couple of those in there as well. So I'll let that keep going, and then we'll make that up. I can actually really do with getting just a chest over here, just to store all of our stuff for the tinkers, which I will actually make out of this. So let's get that done. It's kind of, I think it's going to take a bit of getting used to keep using the EFAB and knowing what recipes are EFAB and which ones aren't. So let's put that, I guess, just there for now. It's fine, right? I'm not going to need to put anything else there for a second. Okay, how's this doing? Alright, it's looking pretty good. So let's see, we want the iron to be coming out first. And I actually need this. So there we go. Let's get that going on and let that set. And then the next thing we want coming out here is going to be the copper, right? So let's take that, and then we'll do this one. We'll get all this stuff here together. Very good. Is this happening? Oh, it's happened. Okay, missed that. That was pretty quick. And this one. And there we go. So put these back in the chest, and we'll go and make ourselves a very nice little hatchet to be going on with. And we need to be over here. And we need this one, and we want that there, and that there. Okay, so let's see, level clumsy, well established, magnetic 2. So magnetic just means that items are kind of drawn to the axe a bit more when you're using it. So I don't know, it's kind of helpful. It's more so with mining, I'd say it's more useful, because then it's like if there's lava nearby or something, it's not going to affect it. But yeah, hey, I'll take it. It was more that we wanted it to be made out of iron for the strength and the durability and stuff than the magnetic. That's just kind of a byproduct. So that seems pretty good, reasonably quick, not too bad. It's nice to be back into Tinkers and we're able to get some good tools together. I figured we could start a good mining system over here, somewhere going off into those mountains and then down. So I'll be definitely looking to do that pretty soon too. But for now, I'm just going to keep messing around with Tinker stuff. I just thought I'd make this on cam and explain why I'm making a hatchet instead of a lumber axe. Just so you guys are following along of what I'm doing. So I'm going to go and get some more of the grindy work done, and then have another catch up. Alrighty guys, well I've been having a look at the episode, and I think that's going to be just about long enough for today's episode. We have got some things done, and we've got what I wanted to get done finished. And I've done a few other things off camera just to run through before we do finally finish. And the first thing that you'll notice is this beast right here. So I've sort of upgraded our smeltery somewhat. So basically I've got these Kysen tables going all the way around the outside now. I still need to add the faucets, but that's not too much of an issue. I'll get that done. And we've got one of these basins as well just around the back if we ever do want to use that for when we're making blocks or whatever. But yeah, so it's a lot more beefed up now basically. If we look in here, 432 ingots capacity right now, so loads of space to get on with this stuff, which is awesome. And then a chest here with all of our stuff in, so I'll be turning all of these into those as and when we need them. Also added some extra tanks to the side so we can fuel this thing up a lot better. I need to find the lava to do that, but what I'm going to probably do in between this episode and the next episode is get on with some mining, and I'll probably start our mine shaft over in that direction, and when I go down, hopefully I'll find some lava to fill these up. The only other thing is I've cleared out loads of trees in this area so that we can get on with doing some building. So pretty good setup here now, pretty happy with this, and then all of our part builders and tool station and stuff over here. So overall, I think, yeah, pretty happy with the way that's gone. So as I said, guys, that's going to be about it for today, because unfortunately I think we're running out of time here. But as always, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time.